Your future self is watching. Day 4. Your future self is watching. Welcome back to the 1% Better series. For the past 3 days, you've learned that lasting change begins with one decision. You've discovered the power of small wins. You've learned that discipline will always outlast motivation. Today, we're going to look at your life from a different perspective. Imagine meeting yourself 10 years from now. Not the version of you that exists today. The version that was created by every decision you made. Would that person thank you, or would they quietly wonder why you kept waiting? Most people think the future is something that simply happens. But the future isn't waiting for you. It's being built by you. Right now. Every choice you make is sending a message to the person you will become. Every healthy meal. Every book you read. Every workout. Every hour you spend learning instead of complaining. Every promise you keep. They're all gifts to your future self. The opposite is true as well. Every excuse. Every unnecessary delay. Every opportunity ignored. Every time you settle for less than you know you're capable of. Those become burdens that your future self will have to carry. Think about planting a tree. The best time was years ago. The second best time is today. Your future isn't asking you to become perfect overnight. It's simply asking you to start planting. Because every seed you plant today becomes tomorrow's shade. Imagine receiving a letter. The envelope has your name on it. You open it. Inside, it's written by the person you will become 10 years from now. What do you think they would say? Would they thank you for never giving up? Would they thank you for choosing growth instead of comfort? Would they thank you for believing in yourself when nobody else did? Or would the letter be filled with regret for the chances you never took? The dreams you abandoned. The conversations you avoided. The promises you broke to yourself. Here's something powerful to remember. Your future self cannot make today's decisions. Only you can. Tomorrow's confidence depends on today's courage. Tomorrow's success depends on today's consistency. Tomorrow's peace depends on today's choices. Life isn't changed by giant leaps. It's changed by repeated decisions that seem almost invisible. A single page read today. A single workout completed. One healthy choice. One act of kindness. One moment of courage. Those moments rarely feel extraordinary. But they quietly become the foundation of an extraordinary future. Imagine building a bridge. You don't build it all at once. One beam. One support. One section at a time. Eventually, the impossible distance disappears. Your future is reached exactly the same way. One decision. One habit. One day. At a time. Many people spend years worrying about what might happen. Very few spend enough time creating what could happen. There is a difference. Worry imagines. Action creates. Fear predicts. Discipline builds. Hope dreams. Consistency delivers. Ask yourself one honest question. If the person you become 10 years from now could stand beside you today, what advice would they give you? Maybe they would smile. Maybe they'd place a hand on your shoulder. And maybe they'd say something very simple. Keep going. Don't quit now. You're much closer than you think. Every difficult day is shaping me. Every small victory is becoming my strength. Every promise you keep is giving me a better life. Don't stop. I'm waiting for you. Now think about this. Your future self isn't a stranger. It's simply you, living with the consequences of today's choices. Every decision you make, no matter how small, travels forward through time. Imagine skipping one workout. It doesn't seem important. Skipping one workout won't change your life. Skipping one healthy meal won't change your life. Skipping one chapter won't change your life. You're right. One decision rarely changes everything. But repeated decisions always do. That's how habits are formed. Not through one action, but through repeated actions. Think about a plane taking off. If the pilot changes the direction by only 1 degree, at first, almost nothing looks different. The passengers don't notice. The sky looks the same. Everything feels normal. But hundreds of miles later, that tiny change leads to a completely different destination. Your daily choices work exactly the same way. Small adjustments today create massive differences tomorrow. That's why your future self is watching. Not because every decision is dramatic, but because every decision points your life in a direction. Ask yourself, what direction am I choosing today, toward growth or toward comfort, toward discipline or toward excuses, toward possibility or toward fear? Every answer matters. Imagine your future self walking beside you. Not judging you. Not criticizing you. Simply encouraging you. Every time you want to quit, they remind you why you started. Every time you doubt yourself, they remind you how far you've already come. Every time you feel like giving up, they quietly say, I'm living because you refused to quit. That thought changes everything. Suddenly, reading one more page matters. Making one better choice matters. Walking for 10 more minutes matters. Finishing today's work matters. Keeping today's promise matters. Because you're no longer doing it only for yourself. You're doing it for the life you're creating. 1 year from now, you'll either thank yourself, or wish you had started sooner. 5 years from now, the gap becomes even larger. The disciplined version of you will enjoy opportunities that don't exist today. The version that kept postponing everything will still be waiting. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for the perfect time. Don't let waiting become your lifestyle. Life moves forward, whether you're ready or not. Time keeps passing. The calendar never slows down. The question isn't whether tomorrow will come. It will. The real question is, who will you become before it arrives? Remember something important. Your future isn't written by your intentions. It's written by your routines. What you repeatedly do becomes who you eventually are. That's why ordinary mornings matter. Ordinary afternoons matter. Ordinary evenings matter. Because ordinary moments, repeated consistently, create extraordinary lives. You don't need to predict your future. You only need to protect today's habits. Every disciplined action is a message. It says, my future is worth the effort. My dreams deserve consistency. I refuse to let temporary feelings control permanent results. That is the mindset that changes lives. Not overnight, but forever. Take one more moment to imagine your future. Not the version shaped by luck. Not the version shaped by chance. The version shaped by your decisions. Picture yourself waking up years from now. You feel stronger, calmer, more confident. Not because life was easy, but because you kept your promises. You honored your goals. You became someone you could trust. That future version of you isn't asking for perfection. They don't expect you to have all the answers. They don't expect every day to be productive. They only ask one thing. Don't give up. Keep choosing progress. Even when no one notices. Even when the results are invisible. Even when the journey feels slow. Because every meaningful life is built that way. Brick by brick. Choice by choice. Day by day. Imagine looking into a mirror 10 years from now. What do you want to see? Someone who spent years making excuses or someone who spent years making progress? That answer is being written today. Not next month. Not next year. Today. Every decision matters. Every hour matters. Every conversation matters. Every habit matters. Because your life is simply the sum of what you repeatedly choose. Never believe that one good decision is too small. One decision leads to another. One habit strengthens the next. One victory builds more confidence. Momentum begins quietly. Then it becomes unstoppable. Think about a sculptor standing before a block of stone. One strike changes almost nothing. The next strike looks just as small. But after thousands of careful strikes, a masterpiece appears. People admire the finished sculpture. Few appreciate the patience that created it. Your life is no different. People may one day admire your success, your confidence, your peace, your discipline. What they won't see is every ordinary day you chose not to quit. Every morning you got back up. Every evening you stayed committed. Every moment you decided that your future deserved your best effort. That's where greatness is created. Not in one extraordinary moment, but in thousands of ordinary ones. So if today feels difficult, keep going. If today feels slow, keep going. If today feels ordinary, keep going. Ordinary days have extraordinary power. As long as you keep moving. Remember, your future self is already depending on you. They can't come back and make today's decisions. Only you can. Only you can read the next page. Take the next walk, make the next healthy choice. Have the next difficult conversation. Finish the work you started. Keep the promise you made. One day, your future self will look back at this moment. Not as the day everything became easy, but as the day everything truly began. The day you stopped living only for today, and started living for the person you were becoming. So before this day ends, do one thing that your future self will thank you for. It doesn't have to be huge. It simply has to move you forward. One step. One decision. One promise. 1% better. Every single day. Thank you for spending another day with me. Tomorrow, we'll continue building the strongest version of ourselves. Day 5. Become impossible to ignore. Until then, remember this. Your future is watching. Make today a memory you'll be proud of tomorrow.